right, folks, we're just about to get started here. After going 4-1 in the playoff round robin, the Blazers were first place, and now they're playing Seaway in the semifinals. Special shout out to Mason, who's under the weather. Feel better, buddy. We'll see you soon. All right, the starting lineup is Max Davidson centering Owen Ostapik, Rhino Declan Cummings, and we've got Falkenberg and the Murphys on the points. Biggest game of the season. Here we go. Seaway comes away with the opening draw. Pass through the neutral zone is good. Seaway carries it across the blue line. Shot through traffic is knocked away by Davidson to the corner where Falkenberg gives chase. It's sent up the boards, kept in at the blue line. Shot through traffic. Big toe save by Maddie. First save of the game. Seaway keeps it in. Centering pass bounces over defender's stick. Seaway has possession. They send it back into the corner. Good pressure there by Falkenberg. Puck nearly squirts free, and Ostapik will come with it. He passes it over to Rhino, but it gets past him and all the way to the point. Screen shot through traffic. I'm not sure. It might have been deflected in front. Finds a gap in Maddie's pads, and Seaway jumps out to an early 1-0 lead. 39 seconds into the game. Blazers will look to respond. Blackie in to take the draw. Ling gets it, sends it up the boards. Seaway recovers. Turnover, O'Donnell. Oh, nearly splits the D, knocked off his stick at the last second. O'Donnell has the puck. O'Donnell has some pressure. Puck is sent past Ling and out. Ling forced to chase this down. And that'll be icing. Oliver O'Donnell nearly capitalized on a turnover there. Face off in the Seaway's end. Kelso, false start. Kelso wins it over to Swan, who's filling in for Perrin. Swan has it, sends it back to Ling. Ling through traffic, shoots it, bounces off something wide, but Bennett nearly recovers. And away comes Seaway. Good back check by Bennett. Moore goes into the corner to get it, sends it up to Bennett. Bennett chips it ahead. It bounces, but Bennett recovers. And Bennett will skate this through the neutral zone. Bennett goes wide. Bennett through traffic, off a skate and just wide of the net. Bennett's able to get the rebound first. He sends it down low for Swan. Swan tries to lift the stick, gets beamed to it. Glasper pinches, keeps it alive, but Seaway recovers. They fumble it though, and Bennett will send this one back in behind the Seaway net. Swan pressures, nearly forces a turnover. Passes up the boards. Murph comes in to keep it in, sends it back down low. And Rhino chases behind the net. Blazers going for a line change, so Rhino was all by himself. Oh, nearly a turnover. Davidson recovers though, and with some speed goes wide. Davidson forced down low, looking for a centering pass. Nearly got Rhino in the slot. Seaway recovers, but Ostapik's there to steal it back. Ostapik, nice move there. Centering pass through the crease. Goaltender doesn't have his stick, and the puck is sent up the boards and out. That'll be icing. So 12:36 to go in the first. Seaway up 1-0. Blazers, couple chances through the crease. And we'll have an offensive zone draw for Max Davidson. Davidson wins it back to Murph. Murph overskates it. He gets it back though at center, takes a look, banks it off the boards to Davidson, who can't corral it, and Seaway comes away with it. They chip it up the boards, pass Murph. Good back check there by Rhino, and a centering pass hits a skate, and Seaway will recover. They'll send this one down low. They then move it back to the point. Shot through traffic, gets past everyone. Nice save by Maddie. Rebound, another save. Lackey in to take the draw. He wins it back to Murph. Murph goes behind his own net, spins off of some pressure, reverses, sends up the boards to O'Donnell. O'Donnell has it knocked off his stick. Seaway shot through traffic, off the side of the net. Centering pass off the side of the net as well. Good pressure by O'Donnell, forces the turnover, and Blazers clear the zone. O'Donnell battling along the boards for it. Sends over to Tabachuk. Tabachuk pressured, forced wide. Tabachuk takes a puck up high and keeps it in. And Seaway comes away with it through the neutral zone. Shot from far wide is behind the net and out the other side. And Lackey now has it behind the net. He battles for it, sends it up the boards, but it's picked off. Centering pass, oh boy. Oh boy. Blazers get away with one there. Puck went across the goal line, but evidently after the ref blew the whistle. Some good pressure by Seaway so far earlier in this game. 11-10 to go in the first. Kelso battling for the puck off the face-off. Falkenberg finds it in feet and will spin off some pressure. Sends it up the boards to Swan. Swan will rush this up the boards. He's got some speed. Swan's got an opening. Swan forced wide. He's taken down and he's drawn a penalty. So on his second shift, Ollie Swan has drawn a tripping penalty, and the Blazers find themselves with the man advantage. Kelso in to take the draw. No, you're good. Swan wins it back to the point. Falkenberg back down low to Swan. Swan back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg over to Moore. Moore's got a lane. Moore through traffic. And the goaltender makes a save and hangs for a whistle. So 17 seconds into the power play. Blazers have a shot on goal so far. Bennett wins it over to the sideboards, but it is sent down the ice. Moore with some good hand-eye coordination, knocked that out of the air, didn't make it all the way down, and Falkenberg circles in his own end and moves it up the boards to Bennett. Bennett down the right wing side. Bennett goes wide, shot through traffic. Glove save just over the net. Nearly found some room there. Falkenberg sends this one back into the corner. Swan chases it down. Stops the breakup pass. Swan moves it back to the point. Falkenberg has it now. Falkenberg surveys. Falkenberg shot through traffic, hits a forward, and Seaway will clear the zone. And Moore regroups and sends it up ice to Bennett. Bennett has it knocked off his stick and nearly does get stripped of the puck. And Seaway will send this one down low. Glasper behind the net, that's it. Glasper moves it up to Ostovic. Ostovic leaves it for Davidson. Davidson chips it around one man. Can't get it around the second player though, and Ostovic recovers at center. Ostovic gains the zone, tries to go through the defender's legs. Davidson's pass hits a helmet, and Seaway comes away with it, and they will dump this down with 30 seconds left in the power play. Murph has the puck. He sets up shop. He moves it up to Ostovic. Ostovic can't handle the pass and sent back in. Ostovic recovers though, and sidesteps one check, and Ostapik leaves it for Davidson, and Seaway gets to it first. Good pressure by Davidson, who kicks it up to himself, and there's a battle along the boards for it. Seaway doing a good job of keeping the Blazers to the outside, and Seaway will skate right into Rhino, and Rhino nearly forces a turnover. Battle in the corner. We're back to even strength, so just 2 shots on goal, I believe, maybe just 1. Ostapik, nice move there, still has possession. Ostapik cuts to the middle. Ostapik hooked up, no call. Ostapik battles to get it back. Rhino's in there now. Rhino's centering pass gets to Murph. Murph nearly toe drags around the forechecker, and puck goes back into the corner. And Seaway, to relieve the pressure, will send the puck all the way down, and that'll be icing. 8:14 to go in the first. It's still 1-0 Seaway in this semifinal game. The winner will go on to play a 3-game final, I'm told. The loser, I think, has a consolation game, perhaps. All right, offensive zone draw. Lackey wins it over to O'Donnell. Moore has it, sends it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell moves it over to Ling. Ling, shot through traffic, saved by a player who caught that in the palm. And, oh boy, good job by Moore to get back and break that up. Good scoring chance there by Seaway. Kavachuk battling for it, gives his man a good shove. Puck goes behind the Blazers' net, where Zach Moore will get to it. He muscles his man off the puck and sends it up to OD. Nearly too hard to handle, but OD corrals it, and puck is moved up to Tabachuk. Tabachuk goes wide, banks it off the boards. Tabachuk all by himself as the forwards go for a change. Puck's knocked off his stick, but Kelso gets there. He'll keep this one in. Kelso goes down, and it looks like we've drawn another penalty. And Blazers headed back to the power play. So 7:21 to go. Blazers will have a 2-minute penalty. I'm not sure if it was a hook or a trip, but down by 1. Not quite sure why the face-off's outside the zone, but all right, Kelso in to take the draw. Seaway comes away with it, and they will try and send this one down, but can't get it past Falkenberg. Falkenberg moves it over to Moore. Moore moves it up just behind Swan, but he'll get there. Swan goes wide. Swan throws a hard shot down low, looking for a bank off the goaltender's pad into the slot. Kelso's pass to the blue line is fanned on, and Seaway clears the zone. Moore collects it at his own blue line. He sends it up ice to Bennett. Bennett goes wide. Bennett throws one through traffic towards the net. Swan gets it on the other side. Swan goes for a lap around the net. He moves it back to the point. Moore has some room. Oh, Moore nearly spots Bennett backdoor for the tap in. Bennett has it again. Bennett shields the puck and loses it at the last second, but Falkenberg's there to keep it in. Falkenberg sends it back down to Bennett. Bennett cuts into the slot. Bennett shoots. Oh, save, and then rebound goes into the corner. And the puck bounces over Falkenberg's stick and all the way down as Seaway's killed off the first half of the power play. Moore collects the puck behind his own net. Moves it up to Davidson. Davidson chips it up to Rhino. Rhino at the head of steam. Rhino tries to go toe drag, loses the handle, and Seaway will dump this all the way down. Matty plays this one into the corner, and Falkenberg gets it and swoops behind his own net, looking up ice. He moves it up to Ostapik. Ostapik chips it up to Rhino, just out of reach, and Rhino nearly takes a hooking penalty as Seaway sends this one down, and 25 seconds left in the power play. Blazers having a hard time getting set up here. Ostapik has it, sends it up to Rhino. Rhino has it knocked off his stick, and Seaway will send this one most of the way down. Oh, it does make it all the way down, and that should just about do it. 5 seconds left. Won't be enough to get set up. Rhino now at the puck. Stretch pass to Ostapik. Man out of the box. Ostapik runs into him. And Davidson tries to regroup at center, but loses the handle. I believe this is both teams' first game post-March break, and a couple errant passes. Maybe both teams were on beaches over March break. It's hard to say. Potentially dangerous play as Tabachuk's pushed into the boards from behind, shot through traffic, hits something in front, and Seaway behind their own net look to break out. Good pressure there by Tabachuk. Puck gets to the point. Glasper moves it over to Murph. Murph, shot through traffic, hits a stick and bounces. Seaway doing a good job blocking shots from the point so far. And here comes Seaway. Drop pass through traffic. They send it back down low. Centering pass. Oh boy. Maddie with an absolute lights out save on a great give and go by Seaway. Nearly went in. As Seaway pushing to increase their lead to 2. So 4:25 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Seaway. Lackey in to take the draw. He wins it back to Glasper. Glasper goes off the end boards to Murph. Murph, nice pass to O'Donnell. And O'Donnell will skate this out of trouble, but he gets... It was an accidental high stick, but he did get some kind of high stick spear in the back of his neck. Seaway player not happy. It was an accident, but it was a penalty. So Blazers for third power play of the game, yet to capitalize. Nice face-off win by Lackey. Murph has it. Murph moves it over to Glasper. Glasper, shot through traffic, hits something in front. Tabachuk got a shot there. Tabachuk stops that breakout attempt, and Seaway behind their net will rifle this around the boards, but it hits the Zamboni door, and fortuitous bounce there. Murph goes back to Glasper. Glasper throws one on net. Puck ricochets around before it's covered. And Lackey has words with the Seaway defender. .342. That penalty was a 4-minute penalty. So the Blazers will be on the power play for a good chunk of the remainder of this first period. All right, Kanata nearly wins the draw, but puck bounced on him, and Seaway will send this one to the blue line. A little too hot to handle, and Falkenberg couldn't keep it in. Murph has it now. Murph will throw this one in deep as the Blazers will try and recover. Clearing attempt is fanned on, and Kelso recovers, sends it back down low to Swan. Swan moves it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg moves it over to Murph. Murph through traffic. Shot hit a shin pad and went just wide of the net. And Seaway will fire this around the boards. Murph's there to pinch, but it does get past him, and they'll send this all the way down. Falkenberg sends this up to Swan. Swan, stretch pass to Bennett. Bennett sidesteps one player but loses the handle, and the puck goes all the way down. And Moore collects the puck behind his net. Moore moves it up ice to Bennett. A lot of fellow Blazers teams are here supporting this U11 AA team. Bennett goes wide, throws one towards the net. Ling rushes to the boards to keep it in. Ling throws one through traffic, deflected over the net. Good chance there. And Bennett has it again. Bennett through traffic, shot off of another Seaway player. They have blocked a lot of shots in this game. Kelso moves it back to Moore. Moore sends it down low, deflected over the net. Another deflection. Blazers are getting some good deflections up front. Bennett moves it to Ling at the point. Ling moves it to Moore. Moore's got some room. Moore through traffic, right through the feet of everyone and out the far side. Kelso has it. Kelso cuts through the middle. drives the net. Oh. Kelso with a nice centering pass that the goaltender caught in midair. Good read by the goalie there. As the Blazers, some good puck movement here, but still no goal. As Seaway is hanging on to a 1-0 lead. 1:49 to go in the first. A minute 39 to go in the power play. This first period has been a lot of power play time for the Blazers, and hopefully they can capitalize. Nice face-up win by Davidson. Glasper moves it over to Murph. Murph sends it down low, looking for a backdoor pass. Ostovic nearly got to it. Puck lies there in the slot. Davidson's backhand shot nearly went in. Rhino tries to pass it through traffic, and it hits the goaltender's stick. That goalie is dialed in and has made some really good reads. All right, 1:24 to go in the power play. Davidson in to take the draw. Wins it over to Ostovic. Ostovic has a bounce on him, centers it to Rhino. Shot is to the point and just outside the line, so Blazers will have to tag up. Glasper to Murph. Murph to Davidson. Davidson sidesteps one player. Davidson sidesteps another, but catches an edge or a skate and goes down. Puck to the point, bounces like mad and will clear the zone, unfortunately. Glasper leaves it for Ostovic. Ostovic makes one move. Davidson loses it, sends it down low to Rhino. Rhino, shot on net, centered. It's in the slot. Oh, loose puck. Blazers just can't get to it first, and Seaway's able to clear it. They'll rip this around the boards. Final minute to play in the first. Murph gets there. We got 40 seconds left on the power play. Murph sends it down. Oh, Murph fans on it, and Seaway will clear the zone. Glasper has to regroup in his own end. 40 seconds to go in the period, 30 seconds to go in the power play. Glasper moves it up ice to Davidson. Davidson, with some speed, cuts through the neutral zone. Davidson has it knocked off his stick into the corner. He gives chase. Seaway rims this around the board, held in by Falkenberg. Falkenberg sends it back down low. There's a battle for it. Ostovic comes away with it. Ostovic with the wraparound off a skate, just wide. And Seaway will recover this with 12 seconds to go. And Seaway will skate this one out of trouble. 8 seconds left. Shot off the side of the net. Murph gets to it. Davidson chips it away from the Seaway player. And 2/3 of that period was with the man advantage. But Seaway, give them credit, they've had a lot of blocked shots. And that goaltender's made some good saves and some fantastic reads to stop centering passes. And the Blazers have yet to capitalize on the man advantage. So after one period of play, it's 1-0 Seaway. You're watching Blazers hockey. We're just about set to start the second period. We got Lackey centering Tabachuk and O'Donnell with Falkenberg and Murph on the blue line. Blazers down by 1. Lackey wins it over to Tabachuk. Tabachuk skates it through the neutral zone, has it knocked off his stick. Lackey battles to get it back. Good pressure by Lackey, and Seaway will send this in. Murph collects the puck, spins back, and reverses course. Murph sends it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell chips it up the boards, but Seaway gets to it, and they'll send this right back in. Falkenberg behind his own net now. Falkenberg skates away under pressure and sends it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell chips it up to Lackey. He fumbles it, nearly gets it back. O'Donnell is there. Lackey somehow gets it back, and he'll skate this into the zone. He'll dump this in, and Tabachuk will try and go around the other way and get to it first. Seaway fumbles the clearing attempt. And Tabachuk sends it back in behind the net. O'Donnell's there battling for it. Seaway sends us around the boards. Tabachuk battles for it. Falkenberg, good pinch there to keep it in. His shot on net hits a stick and goes high and wide. Bennett gets to it in the corner. He sends it back down low to Tabachuk. Tabachuk turns, centering pass is just off the mark. And away comes Seaway with some speed. Seaway shot through traffic high and wide. Goes up the boards and picked off by a Seaway forward. Good back pressure by Kelso there to break that up. And here comes Ollie Swan. Swan gains center. He chips this one in. He's taken down, no call. Bennett battles. Steals it, but Seaway comes away with it. Moore keeps it in, sends it down low to Swan. Swan tries to cut towards the net. It's knocked off his stick. And Seaway will skate this out of trouble. Pucks up the boards. Ling breaks that up. Hits the ref, and Kelso will get it though. Kelso fakes a pass and cuts back to the middle. Kelso, some moves. Kelso splits the D. Oh, Kelso's drawn a penalty. Swan. So Blazers, another power play. As I have to admit, we are getting some very fortunate calls from the ref. I guess he found that envelope with cash I stuffed under their door. But we'll take it. I don't know if that's another hit to the head. No. All right, 2-minute power play. Davidson in to take the draw. Ostovic sends it back to Moore. Moore moves over to Falkenberg. Falkenberg, shot, centers there. Rhino throws it towards the net, and Seaway gets to the rebound first and clears it. Seaway is just putting on a defensive clinic right now. Blocking shots, clearing rebounds, they're playing great. Blazers have yet to find an answer. Davidson, nice pass over to Rhino. Rhino shoots, hard low, oh! Davidson on the doorstep just overskated that rebound. Didn't have much time to react. Bouncing puck, nice play by Moore to keep it in. Ostovic steals it. Ostovic spins off a check. Centering to Rhino. Rhino's hard shot, toe save. Blazers doing everything they can here. Falkenberg moves it back to Moore. Moore sends it down low to Ostovic. He can't control it, and they'll send Seaway. Can't clear it though. Davidson shields the puck. Ostovic throws it through traffic. Falkenberg finds it. Falkenberg shoots it. Rebound goes wide. Ostovic behind the net. Ostovic tries to wrap around. He does, and he scores! Owen Ostovic ties the game. The Blazers have tied this one up 1-1. It took 32 power plays, but we got it. So there's a Seaway player in the box still. I don't know if they got another penalty or what is going on. Somehow Seaway got another 4-minute penalty. I have no idea what's going on. All right, Lackey wins the draw back to Glasper. Murph has it, sends it back to Glasper. Glasper moves it up to Tabachuk. Tabachuk in the zone. Tabachuk, nice drop pass to Lackey. Lackey sends it back to the point. Glasper has it. Glasper shot through traffic. Hits a skate, sits in the front. Oh, and that was close. Glasper pinches, but he can't quite get it, and Seaway is off to the races. They have a 2-on-1. Murph, the lone man back. Seaway, nice pass there. Oh, huge save by Matty. Lackey, nice diving play to chip this up to Tabachuk. Tabachuk will run into some issues here. And Seaway will skate this one up. So I believe a long overdue penalty against the Blazers after what felt like dozens of calls against Seaway. The Seaway crowd is... Oh man, are you kidding me? Oh, I was pretty sure we got a body contact, and I think Seaway took another penalty. This is absolutely outrageous. Now maybe... I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know if a player's injured, maybe. Trainer's coming off with him. It looks like he's in some discomfort. I have never seen a run of penalties go so lopsided in my entire life. All right, 5-on-3 for 2 full minutes. All right, Bennett through traffic, shot blocked. Falkenberg gets to it. Falkenberg, Bennett through traffic, hard low shot just wide. Falkenberg will get to it first. Falkenberg moves it down low to Swan. Swan sends it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg over to Kelso. Kelso back to Swan. Swan goes 5-hole, stick save, and Seaway will send this one up the ice and all the way down. Falkenberg moves this one up to Swan. Swan, nice touch pass to Kelso. Kelso swings wide. Kelso throws one towards the net where it's covered by the goaltender and held for a whistle. So, minute 11 of 5-on-3 left. Blazers really need to capitalize on this bounty of power plays they've been given. Davidson in to take the draw. Puck bounces on him. He's still able to win it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg moves it over to Moore. Moore sends it over to the side of the net. Ostevik down low, pad save, and covered. The Seaway goalie's been great so far. 9:48 to go in the second. Still 1-1. Blazers on a 5-on-3 power play for another minute. Davidson wins the draw. Ostevik overskates it, recovers. Ostevik behind the net. Ostevik looking for a pass. Ostevik tries to shoot, puck flat on him. Falkenberg's there to get it. Falkenberg moves it back to Davidson. Davidson backdoor pass to Rhino, just under his stick. Great vision by Davidson, nearly connected there. Davidson walks out of the corner. Davidson tries to go around the defender and the goaltender. Centering pass, or clearing attempt, fanned on. And Rhino has it again. Rhino gets taken to, oh my God, another penalty. Oh, this is just outrageous. I mean, in the ref's defense, that one was an obvious strip. Some of the other ones have been questionable. That one was obvious. All right, Davidson in to take draw, wins it back to Rhino. Rhino moves it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg sends it over to Moore. Moore, shot down low, rebound sits for Davidson. Shot, oh, hit a skate and went wide. Moore's down low now. Moore centers it to Davidson, just out of reach. Falkenberg moves it back to Moore. Moore, his pass gets deflected high and wide. Davidson has it, centering pass. Ostevik, shot through traffic, deflected. Moore pinches, keeps it in. Centering pass knocked away, and Falkenberg, keeps it alive. Nice play. Ostevik has it down low. Ostevik Tries to toe drag, knocked off his stick. Davidson's there to pick up the loose puck. Still 5-on-3. Oh boy. Puck's kept in. Blazers absolutely have to score here. Davidson moves it over to Falkenberg. Falkenberg shot through traffic, deflected, rebound, sits there. And the goaltender makes another big save. And Davidson dumped to the ice after his shot. So 40 more seconds of 5-on-3. Lackey in to take the draw. Seaway wins it. Tabachuk gets there first. He sends it back the boards to Murph. Murph moves it over to Glasper. Glasper through the slot to Lackey, just off the mark. Tabachuk sends it back to Murph. Murph walks in. He's got some room. Murph shot. Big blocker saved by the goaltender. Glasper pinches to keep it in. Glasper centering pass. Tabachuk nearly one-time that one. O'Donnell sends it back down low. Tabachuk back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Tabachuk. Tabachuk walks out of the corner. Tabachuk sends it back to O'Donnell, but it's behind the mark. Seaway nearly recovers. O'Donnell goes down trying to get to it. And Seaway will dump this all the way down. And we have a stretch pass. Wow. All right, man out of the box, sprung on a breakaway, and nice goal, and Seaway takes the 2-1 lead. Seaway sends this one in deep. Ling forced to get it. 20 seconds left in the power play. Ling moves this up to Swan. Swan centers to Bennett. Bennett cuts through the neutral zone. Bennett gains the zone. Bennett forced wide, recovers, moves it over to Moore. Moore fans on the puck, and we have another partial breakaway. Ling chasing him down. Ling, good play to break that up. All right, it's a little tough to talk with that horn, but Seaway kills off 60 minutes of penalties, it seems like, and it's scored on 2 turnovers. And the Blazers find themselves in a 3-1 hole. Ling breaks up that pass. Ling gets it again, chips it over to Kelso. Kelso nearly skates into some trouble. And away comes Bennett. Bennett moves it up to Swan. Swan gains the zone. Swan, nice toe drag. Oh. Swan hooked up. At this point, I don't think the refs are going to be calling many more penalties against Seaway. All right, Glasper at center. He'll send this one in. Puck in behind the Seaway net. The defender turns and fires it around the boards, out of reach of their forward. Glasper pinches and keeps it in. He goes down, but not before sending it back into the corner. Kelso battling for it. Loose puck. Good job by Davidson forcing a turnover. Loses the handle at the last second, and now Murph has it. Murph skates it in. We'll throw this one into the corner. Rhino gets it. Rhino, centering pass through the slot. No one there. Seaway sends this back to the point. Glasper gets it. He sends this one back in. Back to the point. Glasper can't quite keep it in. The Blazers will have to tag up, and that'll be offside. 5:20 to go in the second period. This is the longest we've gone without a penalty. Face-off won by Davidson. Glasper has it. Glasper moves it over to Murph. Murph moves it over to Davidson. Davidson skates through traffic. Puck knocked off his stick. And Blazers find themselves back on the power play. .508 to go in the second. Ostapik in to take the draw. Bounces. I don't really know what's going on. Some sort of face-off shenanigans. All right, Ostapik in again. Take 3. Ostapik wins it cleanly. Falkenberg sends it over to Moore. Moore throws it through traffic. Rhino nearly deflects it, and it's sent all the way down. Stretch pass to Ostapik, nearly off the mark. Davidson finds the puck. Davidson drives the net. Davidson shaken down. I mean, that's an obvious penalty. The Seaway fans are irate, but it was a blatant tripping. They're a little less mad about that one. I think that one's not really, can't really argue about that one. 4:38. I might have to rewatch this to see how many penalties it is, but I'm pretty sure that's like 12 or 13 at least. All right, Davidson in to take the draw. 5-on-3 yet again for a minute and a half. Davidson wins it over to Ostapik. Ostapik behind the net. Ostapik looking to center. Ostapik moves it to Davidson. Davidson, shoot, big glove save. Rebound sits there, and the goalie sits on it. That goalie is making a good case for MVP in this game. .425 to go in the second. Still 3-1 Seaway. Davidson wins a draw into the ref's skate, and Seaway will capitalize and send it all the way down the ice. Falkenberg will gather it up. He moves it up to Ostapik. Ostapik sends it up to Davidson. Davidson gains the zone. Davidson leaves it for Ostapik. Back to Davidson. Davidson to Rhino. Oh, tap in, sat there. Great pass by Davidson. Spot a streaking Rhino. Nearly got some of it, just not enough to get past the goaltender's skate. That goalie has been everywhere. All right. Face off to the left of the goaltender. Davidson in. Wins it over to Ostapik. Ostapik settles it down. Leaves it for Davidson. Davidson back to Ostapik. Back to Davidson. Davidson throws one through the crease looking for Rhino. Can't connect. Falkenberg has it. Falkenberg sends it to Ostapik through traffic. Oh, Rhino deflects it just wide. Clearing attempt is fanned on. Moore moves it into the slot for Davidson, but his stick's lifted. Davidson regroups, sends it back to Moore. Moore walks in. Moore shot through traffic, deflected, and they score. I believe Owen Ostapik deflected that one for his second of the game, as the Blazers close the gap to 1 goal as they trail 3-2 now. At this point, any goals are power play goals, it seems, because there's always a Seaway player in the box. 3:26 to go, 3-2 Seaway, and there's still 48 seconds on the second penalty Seaway took. All right, Lackey chips it ahead to Tabachuk. Tabachuk forced wide. Tabachuk throws it towards the net. It deflects wide and behind the net. O'Donnell battles to get there. Seaway comes away with it, and they'll clear this one to center. Glasper now moves it up to Tabachuk. Tabachuk sends it over to Murph. Murph, nice movement here by the Blazers, sends it up to Lackey. Lackey comes across his own. Lackey, button hooks, sends it back to Murph. Murph back to Glasper. Glasper, shot through traffic, deflected just wide of the net. Goaltender didn't see that one. That might be our best bet to score. And Glasper forced to retreat. Oh, Glasper nearly turns it over, but makes it to Kelso. Kelso shields the puck, leaves it for Swan. Swan with one nice move. Swan sends it down low. Not deep enough, and Seaway will send this one all the way down. 2:23 to go. We're back to even strength, and that'll be icing. Can't fault Seaway. They're just used to being on the penalty kill, so they shot that one down. Bennett didn't take the draw. It's on his strong side, so he wins this one cleanly. Murph shot through traffic. Takes a couple weird hops and just wide of the net. Swan gets it. He's down low. Swan goes behind the ref, behind the net. Swan has it knocked off his stick. He takes a look. He finds a lane. He shoots down low. Swan doing a good job of shooting low for rebounds or 5-hole goals. The rebounds have been creating some chaos. Seaway will shoot this up the boards. Falkenberg pinches, but goes down. Swan finds it, moves it back to Bennett. Bennett shoots through traffic. Save. Rebound sits there, and Seaway finds it first. Seaway gets it to the point. Falkenberg dives for it and can't quite keep it in. And Swan finds it in the chaos, and Swan nearly dangles the defender. Kelso picks up the loose puck. Kelso goes wide, drives the net, cuts to the slot. Oh! Nearly scores. Great solo effort by Kelso there. Falkenberg sends it back down low to Swan. Swan, couple nice moves. Swan tries to center, knocked off his stick. Seaway will send this up the boards. Murph comes in to keep it in. He sends this down low. Minute 10 left to go. Centering pass hits a stick and goes high in the air, and Seaway will send this one. Not all enough for icing, but they'll send it down. And Falkenberg overskates it. Sends it back to Murph. Murph leaves it for Davidson. Davidson gains the zone. Davidson drives the net, loses the handle. And away comes Seaway with some numbers. Seaway at 3-on-2. Davidson getting back to the back check. Maddie makes a save and hangs on for a whistle. .34 seconds to go in the second period. Still 3-2 for Seaway. Oh, jeez. I don't know what the ref saw, but he blew the whistle and he's tossed Rhino. And Davidson and Ostapik switch spots. Ostapik will take the draw now. Ostapik wins it over to Rhino. Seaway knocks it off his stick and sends it up the boards. Moore muscles his man off the puck. Seaway now has the puck. They're looking to center. Ling goes behind to challenge. Ling battles for it. Ling knocks it ahead to Davidson. Davidson chips it up to Ostapik. 13 seconds left. Ostapik sends this one down low. Ling has it behind the net. Ling moves it up the boards to Ostapik. 5 seconds. Ostapik can't handle. Puck goes back into the corner. Ling muscles his man off the puck. Ostapik gets it, and Blazers down by 1, headed to the third period. You're watching Blazers hockey. All right. Blazers have 18 minutes to tie this one up. Lackey in to take the draw. Seaway will come away with it. Seaway goes wide. Shot. Saved and held by Maddie. All right, Blazers come away with the draw. Lackey sends it down low to Moore. Moore sends it behind the net to Ling. Ling settles it, sends it up the boards to Tabachuk. Nice pass there by Ling. Tabachuk, good pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with some room. O'Donnell battling for it. It goes into the corner. O'Donnell chips it back to... O'Donnell battling for it in the corner again. Daddle comes away with it, centering past to Lackey. Lackey shoots. Oh, another good block by Seaway. Knocked off Seaway's stick down low. O'Donnell gets it, shields the puck. He goes down. Tabachuk gets it. He spins off some pressure. Tries to send it down to O'Donnell, but it's picked off by Seaway. They'll move it back to the point. Glasper moves over to Murph. Nice pass by Murph to Lackey. Lackey down low to Tabachuk, just off the mark. And Seaway will pass this one up the boards as they skated into the neutral zone with Tabachuk pinching. Puck sent in. Murph will go get it. Not enough for icing. Murph collects it behind his own net. Sends it up the boards to Bennett. Bennett will move this up to Swan, but it's picked off. And Seaway comes away with it. Seaway recovers, and they throw it towards the net. Hits a skate, settles in front. Murph has it. Nearly loses an edge. He sends this up to Bennett. It's too hot to hand. Shot through traffic, hits a shin pad and goes wide. Murph has it again behind his net. Murph spins off a check. He sends it up the boards. And Kelso comes away with it. Kelso passes off the mark, and Seaway will chase it down, but Falkenberg gets there first and sends it up the boards. Bennett goes wide. Bennett chips it ahead to Swan, nearly sprung him. And Seaway will send this one out into center. Falkenberg gets it. Falkenberg stretched pass to Kelso. Kelso gains his own. Kelso tries to cut through the D, and it's knocked off his stick. Murph gets it and sends it down low. Seaway, nice breakout as they come away to center. Puck is dumped in from center, but hits the ref. Man, the refs are really on our side tonight. Ostapik has it. Ostapik moves it up to Davidson. Davidson leaves it for Rhino. Rhino goes wide. Rhino throws one down low through traffic. Deflected just wide. Falkenberg keeps it at the point. Falkenberg sends it back to Davidson. Davidson down low to Ostapik. Ostapik walks out in front, tries to backhand it. And Seaway comes away with it. And Seaway will skate this one out. And shot from a bad angle is easily saved by Maddie and held for a whistle. .14:52 to go in the third. Blazers still down by 1. Davidson in to take the draw. Face-off won by Seaway was kind of a shot. Fluttered and it was an easy save by Maddie, but she'll hang on for a whistle. And both teams will set up for the face-off again. Seaway comes away with it. Pass to the point. Stolen by Rhino. Rhino's got Ostapik with him. Rhino loses the handle, moves it. Oh boy. And Davidson. Oh, jeez. Spinorama pass to the goaltender. Another huge save. Ostapik has it. Wraparound, knocked off his stick. And Seaway will skate this out of trouble. Shot from far out, bounces. Maddie deflects it into the corner. Moore gets it, chips it up to Rhino. Rhino turns into a Seaway player, and Seaway can't keep it in, and play is whistled offside. All right, Seaway comes away with the face-off, and they'll send this one in deep. Glasper races behind the net to get it, spins off a check, leaves it for Murph. Murph moves it up to O'Donnell, but it's under his stick. Seaway will send this one back in. Murph breaks it up, sends it up to O'Donnell, but Seaway gets to it again. Murph there. Pass to O'Donnell is off the mark. Shot through traffic. Oh, boy. Glasper nearly gives himself a heart attack. Puck hits his skate and almost went in his own net. And away comes Tabachuk. Tabachuk ships it ahead. Puck is sent up the boards again. Glasper has it. Moves it over to Murph. Murph moves it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell leaves it for Lackey, but it's picked off, and away comes Seaway. And Glasper, Seaway player goes down. Fans losing their minds. Lots of colorful language in the stands. Seaway breaks up a Lackey rush, and away comes Seaway. Clearing attempt isn't good. Seaway keeps it in. Murph pins it to the boards and tries to chip it ahead. Lackey moves it up to Bennett. Bennett will skate this through the neutral zone. Bennett muscled off the puck and hooked. And Bennett draws a penalty, much to the sarcastic delight of the Seaway fans. I don't know how Seaway got 2 penalties there. Oh my god. So 5-on-3, yet again. Swan, nice move, gets it down low, spins off of pressure, sends it back to Bennett. Bennett through traffic, shoots off the crossbar. Absolute rocket by Bennett, nearly ties this game up. And Seaway will recover, and they can't clear the zone. Bennett in traffic. Moore has it, centers it to Falkenberg. Falkenberg shoots down low looking for a redirect. Puck pinballs around. And the goaltender in the chaos finds it and covers for a whistle. All right, Kelso wins the draw. Back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg down low to Swan. Swan spins off a check, sends it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg over to Bennett. Bennett with a couple nifty edge work moves, and goaltender hangs on. All right, Seaway wins the draw, and they'll send this all the way down. We've got 1:07 left in the 5-on-3. Falkenberg moves it up to Rhino. Rhino leaves it for Davidson. Davidson sends it over to Ostapik. Ostapik goes wide. Ostapik throws one through traffic. Rhino there on the doorstep looking for a rebound, but the puck was high. Davidson has it, sends it back to Falkenberg. Falkenberg moves it over to Moore. Moore through traffic, hits a shin pad, puck settles. Seaway can't clear, stick lift. Davidson has it. Davidson moves it over to Moore. Moore looks. Moore throws it through traffic and deflected wide of the net. Seaway, great job deflecting shots and blocking everything they can. Moore has it again. Moore moves it over to Falkenberg. Falkenberg looking for a stick. Deflected high, goes into the corner. Moore goes to get it. Moore has it now. Centering pass to Ostapik. Ostapik shoots. and it hits a stick again and caught and held by the Seaway goaltender. 12 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Lackey in to take the draw. Oh, the refs have given the boot to one of the parents on the Seaway side. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Seaway comes away with it, and they'll send this one all the way down. Glasper moves it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell leaves it for Lackey. We're back to 5-on-5. O'Donnell recovers the puck. He catches an edge, goes behind the net. Centering pass through everyone and out the other side. O'Donnell sends this one back down low to Lackey. Lackey sets up shot behind the net. Lackey sends it back to O'Donnell. Knocked off his stick. Lackey tries to get it back. He does. It's knocked off his stick, and Seaway comes away with it. Seaway stretch pass, 1-on-1 now. Good play by Glasper, forcing his man wide. Puck is sent up the ice. 10 minutes to go. Blazers still down by 1. Glasper sends it behind the net to Murph. Rolls on him, and Swan has it. Swan waits up, sends it up the boards just past Kelso, and Seaway comes away with it. Seaway gains his own. Murph forces him wide. Good play by Murph. Centering pass, it's the side of the net, behind the net. Murph spins off a check. He goes down, but is able to move it up just out of reach of Bennett. Bennett can't quite recover, but he does get it. Chips it up, and Kelso has it, knocked off his stick. Good back check by the Seaway forward. But same forward turns it over, and Seaway comes away with it. And Bennett trips up a man, and Seaway will head to the power play. And Falkenberg touches it, and Dax Bennett goes to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. All right, Ostapek in to take the draw. Seaway has it at the point. They shoot. Deflection's no good. Puck goes wide of the net. Seaway sends it back to the point. Falkenberg down low, pressuring. Seaway chips it around. Ostapek can't quite get there, and Seaway will send this back in. Puck's behind the net. Seaway has it. Centering pass. Past everyone, but not past the Seaway defender, who throws this one back on net. Deflected, dangerously close to the net. And Seaway will send this back to the point. Shot through traffic. Another one just wide of the net. 1:20 left in the power play. And Falkenberg will recover this and send it up to Davidson. Davidson will go for a skate and kill precious seconds. And it's knocked off his stick into the corner. And away comes Seaway. 2-on-2. Moore loses his stick in the Seaway player, and Seaway wants a call. None forthcoming. Battle along the boards. Ling gets it, moves it over to Moore. And oh boy. Okay, good stick check by the tandem of Moore and Ling. Shot through traffic, blockered away by Maddie. Ling gets there first and clears it into the corner. Bouncing puck to the point. Ling's there to break that up. Moore also helping out. And Rhino gets us and sends us to the point. 20 seconds left in the power play. Shot through traffic. Ling doing a good job tying his man up in front. Puck goes past everyone. Ling overskates that one. And Seaway cuts to the middle and they'll hang on. Maddie will hang on. Good job there. Ling hasn't got a ton of ice time tonight, but he's looked sharp when been called upon. It's been a little tricky with 87 minutes of power play, so that'll happen. Shot through traffic, saved by Maddie and held for a whistle. Lackey in to take the draw. Seaway comes away with it. Whoa. Backhander, dangerously close to going in, just over the net. Seaway keeps us alive. They send it in. Murph banks it up the boards. Lackey gets to it. It's held in by Seaway, but OD battles and gets it back, and Seaway will regroup at center. 6:42 to go. Seaway still hanging on to a 2 lead. Oh, nice pass by Seaway, and traffic in front. Maddie covers it and spins. Blazers nearly got a hooking call. Ty Glasper making friends. All right, Tabachuk sends it back to Glasper. Glasper off the end boards to Murph. Murph skates this one out of trouble. Hits a stick as pass and turns it over. Shot through traffic, caught and held by Maddie. Kelso in to take the draw. He wins it over to Swan. Seaway recovers it though. Pass back to the point, shot through traffic, bouncing puck. Saved and held by Maddie. .6:10 to go. Blazers running out of time to tie this one up. Seaway wins this one over, but it's past everyone. Bennett finds it, and he'll skate this one out. Bennett chips this up to Kelso. Kelso crosses the blue line. Kelso cuts back to the middle. Kelso stick lifted at the last second. Falkenberg keeps this one in. Moves it back down low to Swan. Swan comes off the half wall. Swan throws one towards the net. Hits a skate. Swan nearly banks one in off a bad angle. Kelso moves it over to Swan behind the net. Swan back to Kelso. Kelso back down low to Swan behind the net. Swan walks up front. Sends it to Falkenberg, who came in from the point. Seaway sends us around the boards, hits the Zamboni door funny and bounces out. Blazers almost capitalize on that. Murph pinches, keeps it in. Bennett chips this one down low, but Seaway appears to have it. Seaway fans on the clearing attempt. Falkenberg gets it. Falkenberg outweights a stretch player. Deflected by Ollie Swan nearly in the net. Swan back to the point. Murph has it. Murph through traffic, hits a skate. Murph comes it down, and Seaway recovers and sends us back out to center. Falkenberg will retreat to get this as Seaway goes for a line change. Falkenberg stretch pass to Bennett. Bennett sidesteps one Seaway player. Nice move there. Bennett shot through traffic, bounces, and held in for the whistle by the Seaway goaltender. .455 to go. Still 3-2 Seaway. Davidson chips the puck forward, but Seaway gets to it. Good pressure by Rhino, forces a turnover. Centering pass off the mark. Davidson back checking. Puck is past everyone. Ling will get to this. Ling chips it up the boards to Ostapik. Ostapik turns and swoops towards the blue line, but he gets it back. Ostapik runs into some trouble. Rhino gets to it. Rhino tries to send it down low, hits a stick. Rhino's taken down. Ostapik goes down. Seaway comes away with it. Breakout pass is turned over. Rhino gets to it. He goes down. And Seaway off to the races. Ling the lone man back. Nice play by Ling to break that up. Ling again. Not a lot of ice time, but looking sharp. And the melee, Ling finds that and moves it up to Ostapik. Ostapik flips it ahead to Rhino, but it's broken up. Back to Ling. Ling takes a look. Ling, nice move there. Head fake, gives it to Moore. Moore, nice pass to Lackey. Lackey will bank this off the boards and in, but not deep enough. Lackey battles for it. OD comes in to support him. 3:38 to go. Seaway has possession in their own end. They'll send it around the boards out the other side, but Tabachuk's there to pick that up. Tabachuk flips it towards the center. Lackey will get there first. Lackey sends it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell chips it up. Murph pinches, but it's past him and all the way down. This will be enough for ice. So 3:16 to go. Blazers still down by 1. Lackey in to take the draw. Seaway will come away with it, but O'Donnell knocks it off the Seaway player's stick, and Tabachuk has it behind the net. Centering pass. Oh, nice tic-tac-toe between those three. And away comes Seaway. Seaway, fake slap shot, and nearly worked. O'Donnell goes down, but can't clear the zone. Sends it in. Murph breaks up the dump pass, and Glasper has it. Glasper sends it up the boards to Tabachuk. Tabachuk sends it ahead, just out of reach of Lackey, and it's off the boards, not enough for icing. And stretch pass by Seaway as they're minutes away from winning. Bennett swoops behind his own net, picking up some speed. Bennett sends it up the boards, past Swan though. Seaway goes D to D. Seaway is probably focused on puck management at this point, not taking any undue risks. Bennett sends this one in. Seaway will get there first. Seaway will send this around the boards. Nice pinch by Falkenberg to keep it in, but it's knocked off his stick, but not out. Bennett breaks that up. Bennett through traffic sends a low one looking for a tip. No luck. And Seaway, Murph, playing mini stick goaltender, keeps that one in. And Seaway up the boards to Murph again. Another good job to keep it in, but this time it bounces away from him, and Falkenberg will get this. 1:45 to go. Falkenberg's pass. Ooh. Blazers skate this one through. Kelso's got it. Kelso loses the handle. And stretch pass. Moore is on. Maddie will be heading to the net soon. And Blazers playing with fire here. And Swan will pick this one up. Swan goes wide. He spins off of some pressure. Sends it back to Rhino, who loses an edge. Rhino kicks it ahead to Swan. Swan tries to cut through middle. The net is empty for the Blazers. 1 minute left. And good hand-eye coordination by Zach, but that will be a high stick. 1:08 to go. Goaltender's fixing his pad. I wouldn't be upset if his pad was broken and he was unable to finish the game. He has been an absolute difference maker. So Maddie will head back to the bench as soon as the Blazers have possession here. 1:07 to go. Davidson can't get it past the Seaway player. Seaway has it. Big in the zone, shot through traffic. Face save by Maddie. takes that one off the mask. And Moore has it. Moore moves it up to Davidson. Davidson cuts to the middle. Maddie heads to the bench. The Blazers have the extra attacker. Davidson gets stripped. He's drawn a penalty. Puck back to the point. Moore. Oh, I didn't even hear the whistle. I knew there was an upcoming penalty, so much like the game has started and has gone for most of the night, the Blazers will be on the power play. I mean, credit to Seaway. They've only given up 2 power play goals out of 60 or 70. Davidson wins the draw, sends it down low to Ostapek. Ostapek knocked off his stick. Ostapek battles to get it back. Gets in behind Davidson. Seaway will send this all the way down. 30 seconds left. Falkenberg swoops in behind his net. Sends it up to Ostapek. Ostapek leaves it for Davidson. 23 seconds. Davidson crosses the blue line. Davidson sends it back to Moore. Moore throws one through traffic, sits there. Backhand shot just wide. Centering pass. 10 seconds left. Back to the point. Falkenberg has it. Falkenberg shot through traffic, deflected. Rhino throws it towards the net, and it's knocked into the corner, and Seaway will hang on for a win. Well, the boys played their hearts out. Seaway, I mean, they kind of deserve that one, I think. They played that whole game shorthanded and was able to hang on, so good for them. Blazers gave it all they had. Proud of each and every one of those kids. So, as far as I know, I believe the Blazers will have a consolation game. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Our numbers got into the 40s there. Felt like a national broadcast at one point. So thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I believe there's a consolation game coming up. So we'll have one more. Anyways, you've been watching Blazers Hockey.